What's going on, everybody? BSGT2 Trek Fan 88 here. This is Bandai's Enterprise Refit. It's a 1/850th scale, pre-painted, what I would call advanced snap kit. I've built, this is my third. I've built two more before this. I've built the Enterprise E twice. This actually has turned out to be the hardest 4 hours and change of my my weekend here. So real quick, I love these kits. Bandai, I think, and a few other people have said so, for the money, it's a good desk piece. It's a piece that you can put in a glass case, or, you know, something that you can have and say, cool, you can look at it every now and then. They light up. The Aztec painting, the numbering, the lettering, the amount of detail on these kits, the camera doesn't do it justice. And of course I snapped a piece there. That's cool. Now, the reason why I said this is the hardest 4 hours of my weekend is because everything that could go wrong, or could have gone wrong with this kit, did go wrong. First and foremost, she doesn't light up. Out of all the lights that she needed, she was missing 3, and I literally opened everything here right now, and it's missing 3 lights. So rather than have half the ship light up, I cut the wires. I said, fuck it, I'm not wasting my time in ordering a light for a model kit that's been discontinued for half a decade or whatever, more than that actually. The pieces that go together, unlike on the Enterprise E, like, for instance, the saucer section here, and I get it, for this scale, the saucer section is a good 1/4 of an inch thick. It'd be very difficult to have one continuous piece. The hull is in sections, and try as I might, you know, after sanding down and making sure I do everything right, you can clearly see the seams. And yes, this is my fault. I snapped this piece here. Some of them look better than others, but it's just, no. Okay? So right away, this thing has 2 gigs against it. Especially down along the hull here, where the deflector dish meets the primary hull. I've literally put as much pressure as I can here. I've gone back, re-put it together. Everything is perfect, yet I still get this gap. Now, again, I know that unlike the Enterprise E model that I have, which is, I would show it to you, but the nacelle broke, so I have to super glue it. I understand that this is a smaller ship that's bigger, so you're going to notice things a lot more. But that's not an excuse for some of these seam lines. Even if I go underneath with the nacelles, if my camera focuses, look at that! That's fucking, I'm literally going to go in there and super glue that at some point. But even under here, you can see, you know, the seams. Now, I still love the Bandai kits. I would still say if you're a Star Trek fan or a science fiction fan and you want a model kit that you don't, you know, have to paint yourself and lights up. I mean, the idea that this, you know, go online, Google search Bandai Enterprise kits. You can look at what they look like lit up, or if you modify the lighting, they look awesome. But this kit, problem after problem, pieces not fitting together, the seams being too much. I paid $200 for this thing, and that's what they go for right now because they're discontinued. And Bandai, you know, they're not a cheap company, and they do have some good, you know, aspects to them. And some parts of this kit, like the Enterprise, went better. But I think it's because this was, if I believe I'm correct, my cat's about to tip over the box. I believe I'm correct where this is their first attempt at it, and I know that I've read that as they go along, they get easier and easier. Like Voyager or the NX-01 was the last ones that they made, and I've read that they went together a lot easier, they look a lot nicer, they kind of polished how you put them together. The wiring is pre-cut, unlike this one where you had to cut the wiring to the proper length. How stupid is that? But, you know, it's just one of those things where, am I happy I have this? Yes. Is it going to go on my shelf or a glass case? Yes. Is it going to look awesome from a distance? Abso-friggin-lutely. Am I as happy with the result of this as I was with the Enterprise E? Absolutely not. Would I tell people still buy this thing? Sure. I mean, again, from a distance, like right now, looks pretty awesome. It would look a lot better if it was lit up. So, you know, I apologize. Like, for instance, I had to fucking sand down this in order to even... That's the other thing, too. The nacelles, where they snap into the primary hull, which is multiple pieces, by the way, I actually had to file down a little bit if my camera would focus, because it literally took all my strength and it still wouldn't pop in place here. So, I'm sorry this isn't as positive as the Enterprise video or the Battlestar Galactica models. I'm just kind of, after sitting here for 4 hours, I literally watched the Star Trek, the Spock documentary, and then, you know, the first movie, just for the hell of it. I put it on the monitor here while I put this together. I'm left with a feeling of meh. You know, I was all excited to get this. It was my personal Christmas present for myself after getting a few, you know, eBay gift cards and a Visa gift card and some money. It's tough, you know. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Hope you appreciate the video. Sorry it's not as positive as it could have been, but yeah, have a good night.